Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're playing as Mulhouse or Mulhausen or Mulhouse, I guess I'm supposed to call it. That just sounds like a bad take on French by somebody who shouldn't be speaking French. So I'm just going to say Mulhouse for now. We are obviously in the HRE. We're going for the Everything is Coming Up Mulhouse achievement, in which we have to simply become the Emperor of the HRE and fully decentralize it. I've waited a bit with recording episodes of this campaign. Not that you noticed, but I did. And I waited. Where the heck is my thingy? There. Dulls. Waited a bit with recording this campaign because there was an announced patch 1.30.2 that apparently fixes some issues with HRE being way too easy to do, especially Imperial Authority gain being super high and just countries joining the Empire without much rhyme or reason, like Bosnia here, for example. It doesn't even have a border. Does it count because it's there? Does this look like an empire to you? Yeah. But apparently that's fixed in this patch now, so we can continue playing. And it's good, because I'm going to leave for a couple of days tomorrow, and I need to pre-record some stuff for you guys. Now, where are we at? I've been playing the Isles a bunch, so I do need to refocus on this HRE game, this longer game campaign. We're currently at war. We're at war with Poland and Saxony. We got called in by Bohemia into the Bohemian conquest of Poznan. And our subject Trier is in it as well. Now, we're taking control of Saxony. It won't give us much, but we might get some... At least we're going to get favors out of our participation. That might be all we're getting here. I don't think we're going to get any land, because we can't take any of that land. But that's going to be fine. How are we doing in general? Aggressive expansion is... It's a thing. It's not horrible, though. We seem to have been getting that down quite a bit. Yeah, so we're kind of fine on that regard. We have claims everywhere, and I assume our subject Trier also has some claims. Yep. So wars are in the cards, I guess. Tech is also in the cards. We have an institution spreading colonialism, and I assume colonialism is going to take a while to get to us in it. It's spreading in England where it's spawned, and it's spreading in Portugal because they have their own colonies. There doesn't seem to be a bull going on. Oh, there's one. Oh, the cardinal is spreading things. Oh, but because England hasn't embraced yet, I believe is what we've... At least what I assumed last time when we looked at this, right? Don't have an embrace, do you? That's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this. No, it is embraced. So why are these cardinals not spreading the institution then? Because surely, don't call me Shirley, there are a bunch of cardinals around here. And there are. Do we have one? I forget. Yes. Because Strasbourg is my province. So this cardinal should spread, but he doesn't. Are you still Catholic? You must be still Catholic. Yeah, there's not been a reformation. Well, there has been. Age of Discovery is ending, but still. I don't know. We'll see about that. We have decent money. I assume we don't have good things. Yeah, none of the workshops do anything because of our privileges that we've been handing out. The marketplaces are bad. I think I built the one good barracks. Yes, I did. No manufactories. Yeah, nothing really to do. But I guess I do take this dip tech. I don't know why I wouldn't. It's going to take a while until we get the institution. I'm not planning to develop it. So let's just do it. Unless we need dip for something else. Are we doing a dip idea group? No. No, we're not. Yeah? Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't. There we go. And then what? Sure, we're in that war, but we should be considering our next war. Some unrest in Mainz. Probably still separatism. Yep. And unlawful territory. Right, because we got cheated on that. Grr. Still angry. Fabricating on Ulm. where we can probably make our claim using claims, borrowing claims. Do it. Come home. And then gain 10 papal influence, which is kind of nice. Missionary strength right now we don't need, but it might become necessary. We lose our natural scientist. We get a half price? No, full price. Inquisitor. What does our natural scientist do? Production efficiency. That is not super relevant for us. Our income from production must be close to 0. Yep, because we gave away all those rights. So he's really just here to give me admin power, which this guy would also do. Not that I want missionary strength at the moment. Or I could just gain 50 admin power, which is very nice. Because of clergy loyalty and papal influence. I think the fathers will be done. And then I'm going to look for a new guy. Now, there's no threat of reformation right now, right? I say that. Luxembourg got themselves a center of reformation. I'm planning to stay Catholic. I might want to convert these, but I don't think I can, right? They get religious zeal after they get converted. Yeah. So we can't just hit it. So I'm not going to hire the missionary strength guy right now. I'm just going to grab somebody else. Not that these are particularly good. We had +2 stab. Maybe I should just grab missionary strength guy because I want 1 for the money. I don't want level 2 one. We can't afford that for the monarch points, I mean. Yeah, let's do this. Speaking of monarch points, let's check our 2 estates. Because we have a parliament, we no longer have nobility. We have a giant chunk of crown land, so we should really consider, we haven't done that yet, getting the monthly admin. We're getting the monthly debt, never mind. So no crown land to give away for that. The fact that we only have 4 slots there might mean that at some point we want to take back on those, go back on those monopolies. If we maybe want other things. In my IELTS campaign now, I have chosen to give everybody the 10% privilege here, 10% loyalty, 10% influence, simply to be able to use revoke more easily. Because you need an equilibrium of 45 or higher, so you can always go with this action and then this action. So, what is it called? Call a diet and then revoke. Now, we can't call diets anymore, I believe, because of our parliament, so we actually need you to have a 50 equilibrium to keep taking the land without you getting angry. Which you have. So we might want to give these guys something here, which might just be oversight by the clergy. It's sad that it doesn't do anything positive otherwise. But to get 50%, we actually need 10% bonus. Unless we were to get more prestige, which, you know, at some point we will. This one is kind of okay. We spent our papal influence now, but then we keep getting it. Making Curia costs a bit higher is probably... Maybe go with this one and hope to make up for the rest with whatever. Prestige. It's so very little, it's just 0.6. So we double our prestige, which should be relatively easy. Yeah, let's do this one. Drop our papal influence for now, but get it back later. Now I know I'm tanking my absolutism, but we're not yet absolute at all. We can't even be. It has been pointed out to me that one way to do this might be to get out of being a republic ASAP by simply tanking republic integration, because to become the emperor, I need to not be a republic. I'm still kind of hoping that forming Swabia here would do that already, but I don't know that it does. It might just not. What do we lack for this anyway? Ulm and Stuttgart. Okay. And also a lot more Swabian provinces. We only have 2. I guess I've been expanding in the wrong direction. Yeah, so eating more land down here seems kind of relevant. So I don't know if this turns me into a monarchy. If it doesn't, we have 2 ways to get out of it. one is to just complete our tree. Although in a republic, that's quite a bit to do. And then we can seize executive power, become a monarchy. We lose 7 government reforms out of our 10. I don't exactly know how that works. If you just get points for 3 reforms in the new tree, or if you keep these 3. That seems unlikely. No, it can't be that. You probably get the points to take some. But that's a long way to go. So we might instead want to go and tank our Republican tradition low enough. Or we just form Swabia and see what happens. And we can still do the reform later if we need to. I think I'm fine with that. Now there's help. We could remove troops from the siege. Wait, these are my people helping out. Which I assume gives me the participation. I hope. So if Trier gives us 6,000 guys, then I can remove a lot of you. This is 10. Don't touch to these. Leave. No, Trier, what? I forgot. Trier's an idiot. I have forgotten about this stupid interaction. They're like, nope, we're not gonna help siege you. Siege you. Help you siege. You are on... Why ever you wouldn't attach to this army? What happens if I make you... No, if I make you siege focus, you probably go and try to take Polish land. Is there any army left on the side of the Poles? Yes. So I'd rather not have Trier do that. I'm gonna take these 11k troops back home and have them suppress the unrest that we have in Mainz, I think. It's only slightly risky with those Poles around. I mean, it is risky. But if I have to give up the siege of Saxony here... What else? Papal influence. Yeah, let's stack that papal influence. Let's continue our ideas. Improve relations. Gonna be very helpful. The next one is gonna be aggressive expansion impact up here. That's also gonna be very helpful. You suppress the rebels in Mainz. Wait, Trier has rebels? You have a lot of unrest. Unsanitary suburbs. Let's help our subject out a bit. Don't need them to rebel. I mean, these are soon gonna be filthy Protestants or whatever they are. Which is just... Ugh. But what can you do? What can you do? We should really consider our next war. This is essentially done. And aggressive expansion. I'm not too unhappy about spending some time at peace because of aggressive expansion is a thing, and that ticking down is good. But sure. But yeah, we need a war. Honestly? Oh. I can't even declare war because we have war with the Emperor. That's a shame. Also, it still doesn't make much sense to me. I guess it's against certain abuses, but logically or from a... Yeah, from a narrative sort of point of view, I don't get why that would be the thing. Taking all the money. Let's just go home. Burgundy no longer giving me stuff. There's the end of the Bohemian conquest of Poznan. Saxony accepted peace. War reps to Bohemia. Ducats, some of which we will get for inflation. Tiny bit of prestige. Yeah, that was not worth the men we wasted on that. Probably just shouldn't have done. We're gonna get favors for it. It's probably fine. Now, we're no longer at war with the Emperor, though, because we just pieced them out. I'm tempted to immediately go and attack Württemberg here. We can fight Nuremberg and Memmingen, that's not going to be a problem. We have a lot of troops these days. And I can't really fight you because you're still allied to fricking Austria. And you are allied to France. And you... It's impressive that Saxony will come in. They just got super beaten. They're just still like, yep, we're in. You don't even have... army Saxony, do you? 1k troops. So you could go straight back to war with the Emperor here. And go for Zweibrücken. What would that do for me? It also gives me war with Mainz. But I really don't want to take non-co-belligerent land, I don't think. Palatinate and Rothenburg. Still have truce, right? I think I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to consider another war to hide my coring once we've dealt with Württemberg. And grabbing Stuttgart is going to be a good start. We can grab Ulm afterwards if we want to. It's a free city, isn't it? Yes. So if I were to declare on you, Saxony would come in, but it would not be calling in their friends. Right? No, they're going to be co-belligerent. It's going to call in Danzig, Brandenburg, Magdeburg, Palatinate, and Goslar. Not that these are super powerful people, but ugh. We'll never really be able to avoid that, except when we attack their allies, like Constance, which is also a free city. That's clever to only ally free cities. I believe Constance is a free city, right? Yes. I think I checked that yesterday for you, but it's been a couple of days for me. Let's just do this one. Conquer. I don't know how long I have a claim on Stuttgart. I don't like that very much. But I do want to go to war. Yeah, I must have lost my claim on Stuttgart. Am I rival to you by any chance? Berg, Provence, Austria. No. So it'll take quite a bit of time to fabricate a claim. Yeah, we can't do that. Still gotta do it, I think. Still gotta declare. Take Urach. Not gonna call in Landshut. We don't need you, Landshut, here. Probably separate piece out in Nuremberg. And maybe Memmingen too. Probably can't afford to vassalize them from a aggressive expansion point of view. I'm gonna take the fight straight to Memmingen here. Just to maybe get a nice kill. It's not a stack wipe. That's a nice enough kill, nonetheless. Leave a siege stack, get out of here. Now the only place you can run is Nuremberg, right? I assume. I'm gonna go leave a guy here, and then try to kill the Nurembergian army if we can. Or you know, these guys, because they didn't run far enough. That's unfortunate for them. Do I want to attack into Heidelberg? It's farmlands. They do not currently have a general. Yes, I want to attack into that. There's the end of the other war. Blah, blah, blah. You took millions of land. We get some money. And they owe 16 favors. And we could call them into the war. I assume it's them. Where are you running? Home? No, you're running straight to Stuttgart. Where you gonna die? Oh, you're gonna die. Now... Trier. Wouldn't hate you sieging down Nuremberg. Actually, you know what? Siege down Stuttgart for me. I know I'm sitting on it. Can I not undo this? That seems odd. Trier be siege focused. I'm just gonna leave 1,000 people here to prevent respawns. I'm gonna walk the whole army over there. I'm not gonna leave the whole army on Nuremberg. But I wanted to be able to pop any potentially remaining armies. And now all we need is a siege stack. Fritz here has a siege pit, so he can stay. Together with 4 guys. Let's see if we can get Trier to come in here. I guess we do. Good. I just want to lose as little manpower here as possible. If my subject can do it, then that's great. New mercenary company available. 2 new mercenary companies available for pay some money to keep my stab up. It's always with the plinging. There we go. National decision. Pass the Blasphemy Act. I mean, I do not tolerate heretics, but I also have no reason to right now go for the missionary strength. We should consider our next war already, because we're going to need a next war to hide our coring. And it still can't be Baden. Who did you make claims on? Just Berg. Did I ask you to make claims on Nassau as well? I did not. I asked you to make Luxembourg. Luxembourgian claims. Why not Nassau? Nassau likes me, but it has no friend. Oh, Trade League. Then again, I could probably beat a Trade League at this point. It's starting to become pretty powerful. I'm gonna ask you to make a claim there as well. Unless I want the land for myself. Nah. It'll be fine. But I was really looking for a potential war target. Might just be Berg. They're only allied to Hessen. Hesse, as they call it here. They have very few troops. I mean, it's 12,000 in total, but still. And we'll probably not go for land. Probably. Because giving land to my subject, they will just return it, unless we keep them in a war. I'm still not sure I should even have made that subject. Because subjects are so hard to handle in the HRE, with the Emperor and all. Once I am the Emperor, it's fine, but until then... Really, the Emperor should ask me whether the land should be returned and not my subject, but that's not how it works. Not how that works. So my sieges are going quite well. So what did I say? Probably want Berg, right? Because everything else is not really an option. Diplomatic truce map mode. We have truces here. And Kasai Belli about everywhere. Still the Palatinate, that's an option, right? Ah, but that brings in Saxony. But Saxony without their allies. They're not co-belligerent here. It's gonna call in Baden, Mainz and Regensburg. Does that do anything for me? It's just a bigger war against more people. And we still can't take any land because of aggressive expansion, right? So, I don't think so. I think it's Berg. On the siege of Stuttgart, nice. Now, out of interest, if I take this, how many people are going to be peeved? A lot of people. Too many people, one might say. Part of the issue is that we don't have a claim on Stuttgart, I think. Stuttgart generates 30 aggressive expansion. Well, that's another 20. Stuttgart is a lot bigger, so maybe that doesn't make a difference in the AE. Maybe it's just co-belligerent, non-co-belligerent that does it. Okay, that's fine then, I guess. I mean, I still can't take both. Unless I'm willing to stay in the war for a long time, but I don't think I am. So something like this is probably our piece. Where we don't have to worry because Berg and Hesse we're going to beat up on anyway. So it's not going to be a coalition. Good. Means I'm just going to drain all the loot out of Urar here. And piece these guys out for not land. But war reps, transfer trade power. It is my node, so give it to me. And then I think a bunch of prestige by ending 2 rivalries. And you're gonna need a couple days. It's fine. Feel free to consider my generous peace offer. You're gonna want it in a moment. Election. 7 pips, 10 pips, or 9 pips. Oh, we need to go back up and pop protection if we can. Lottery. 9 pips. Good enough. Pretty badly placed, but hey. 48. We have not insulted. No, we have scornfully insulted somebody for another year. We could insult somebody if there's somebody to insult. Burke. Does it say who I insulted? Insulted? No. Burke. Get a regular insult. I want to keep going up on those monarch points. Ooh, a scholar. Bad timing for a scholar, and you're probably also super... No, you're 50. Okay. 9 pips, 50 and a scholar? I take it. Don't love the balance of the pips. But that's acceptable. Didn't realize they could be this young. 100% peace deal. Meeting for themselves, war reps, trade power, and 2 rivals gone for 14 prestige total. Dig it. Give me that. Get over here. And get ready to attack the Bergians. Who's your friend again, Berg? Hess. Okay. These guys have been here for a while, haven't they? Frankfurtian nobles. Not enough to siege the fort. They can sit there forever. Frankfurt's not going to have an army ever. That's kind of an odd situation. There goes Memmingen. Now, Memmingen, how do you like a nice peace deal? Once again, I'm not going to take anything real from you. You're not in my node, but you're in a node that I'm steering from, so trade power would be okay there. War reps, trade power, and then rivalries. Don't need to break any alliances or anything, so this is fine. Really for themselves. Good. And oh, you're already coming home from Memmingen. Excellent. And before we piece you guys out, we need to declare other war, of course. Which will happen in a, oops, in a second. You didn't go where I wanted you to go. How dare you? Not that I told them, but still. Reinforcements. We don't have tons of manpower these days. I guess I spent way too much seasoning on Saxony for some reason. But still. Let's declare here. Allied has I could humiliate rival here. Which means I get more prestige. Since I'm not taking any land, I'm not conquering provinces, not returning cores, not liberating countries. I guess I might as well take the extra prestige, right? Sure. And there's no point in making Hesse a co-belligerent. We'll just call it Nassau, which I don't currently want to do. This is fine. Humiliate rival, check their capital. They have very little troops. Fight me, Berg. But honestly, I'm going to go to Hessen first, because they probably have no place to run. That's exactly what I had in mind. Also, we can now piece you out. Unless we want to reconsider this. But I don't think that's worth it. As much as I want that province, we would have to wait for so long for these guys to drop out. It's just not. Gonna have to come back for that later. Not the biggest fan of that, but still. So, end of the year, the bottom 5 are gonna be gone. That needs another 3 years probably for a bunch of the... Nah, it's just... How much am I dropping at risk of expansion against, say, Bregenz? 3.8 yearly, that's actually a pretty good number. knowing that 3.8 yearly, we need 2 or 3 years to drop out everybody up to and including Anhalt. That leaves Ulm and Konstanz, Memming, which has to choose, Hesse and Berg, which have to choose. So Aachen, Nassau. Maybe this is fine. You don't want to wait 2 years. I hate staying in wars longer, and we're gonna have to stay in that other war even longer then, because we need to stay in the war until we have done our coring. But we would get Urach, which is the Swabian province, which we want. It's not a great province or anything, but we have a claim on it. We'd border more people. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to wait. How's my Diplo rep looking? Can we get this slightly better? We have diplomatic relevance. I don't know. This one ends in 1519, so it's quite a bit of time. Can I have more? You improved relations already, so that's good enough. I just want the Diplo rep because I believe that also influences my improved relations, right? Improved relations. Yeah. Prestige will also influence that, so there's a chance. 1.5 years, worth it or not? I don't know. I'm gonna say yes. Gonna say yes. Lose our admin advisor who we just hired. Gain a full price skill to treasurer and lose 50 admin. No. Lose my 5 tradition, which I'm not the biggest fan, but it's also not the end of the world at all. Leave a siege stack. And then we're gonna go over to Berg. But on the way we're gonna leave a single guy in Oberhessen. Trier is already sieging down Berg for us. That's good. So I guess I'll go to Cologne or Münster. Let's go to Münster. It's slightly riskier, but also it at least gives us vision on this guy. That's quite the general you have there. I want to keep some troops here. I'm gonna reduce my troops anyway, but I want to have at least, let's leave 9 guys there. Just so. Actually, maybe I just keep everybody there. Do I have the relations to? I have 1. Hey, Dortmund. Can I have military access? Will I be able to walk into Dortmund? No, right? Nah. No, Cologne should stop me from doing that. Thing is, I want to have a province next door so I can reinforce. I don't want to make it extra Cologne here, because then they can just go and stop my sieges of Hessen, because they get conditional access when I have access. I didn't, right? Did I really do this? How did I miss this? Okay. Mistakes were made. I don't know how much spy network I had on Stuttgart when we started the war, but I had a spy there. Should have at least considered waiting for a claim on Stuttgart. Dang. Start in 1509. Doesn't say when, does it? No. So, but a maximum of 1.5 years. We get 1.43 points every month. So we did have a decent sized spy network there. I should have just waited. I didn't see this. I didn't realize that was Württemberg. Dang. Let's come home. Dang. You can't make claims while at war. That's why. That would have saved me a bit of trouble. For one, it would have increased scoring speed. Well, yeah, I would have had less. Yes, I would have increased scoring speed. While, if I have a claim, I think it's even half or something stupid like that. It's really big, makes a big difference on scoring. Well, on that glorious note, let's put a cut in here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything to say, then do it down there in that comment section. Dang. Also, I declared my war. No, I should not be peacing out. Never mind. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. My brain is fried.